Hi, Julie. Ann's here.
Hi, Ann.
I'll be here for a bit. I've got a church meeting, but my church meeting doesn't start till a little later, so this worked out well.
Okay, this isn't going to take very long, but
How are you? I've got that same fabric, I think.
so yeah,
Yeah,
walk in the woods.
I think so. Yeah, who's the designer on that?
Stacy Shoe.
No, I guess that's not. I guess it just looks like it. No, it isn't.
I
So
just
how are you?
love her stuff. It's so pretty. Just
Yeah.
cute
How
stuff.
are you guys doing? They shut you guys down again.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's bothersome.
it's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Can't do anything about it.
Yeah. It doesn't really change much about what we're doing, but
Yeah.
because we're still not going out anywhere or anything. I mean, I'm still working on the weekends up at the shop, but
Yeah, I'm not doing much either.
just one weekend a month, but we're doing
Yeah.
outside. So
Yeah, I saw your pictures of that. I hope it was hot though this weekend for you, right?
oh my goodness.
Yeah, I guess it was. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 105 2 days, 2 of the days.
Oh.
It was 98 one of the days. It was crazy. So I'm gonna see, let me see if I can get
Yeah.
this on Facebook here. It's so exciting that I've got my cameras set up so I can make this work now.
Yeah, that is nice. We're in committees trying to see when our church is going to open up. I think it's a thankless task right now.
Just getting the Facebook up here. Oh, look, I can see your face on there. I'm gonna turn off your I'm gonna stop your video. So it's all me. Oh, look, I can see your face on there. Okay, I stopped your video, Anne, so that so that we have just the whole picture so people can see better. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get started so that we're not here forever. So if you remember what we did last week, I drew a circle on some freezer paper and then I cut it out. And then I've ironed the freezer paper to the back side of my fabric. And all I'm gonna do is just cut that circle out of the inside of the freezer paper there. And I'm going to leave about 1/2 to 3/8 of an inch for a seam allowance on the inside of the circle. And it doesn't have to be perfect because it's going to be inside, so nobody's going to see it. If you're on Facebook, I can't see you right now because I'm doing this, but I will try to answer any questions that you type over there as soon as I can take a look. So just cut the center out, and now I'm just going to clip the curves all the way around. I get pretty close to the paper. And what I've done is just cut a piece of fabric that I wanted to kind of show a little picture on the inside of the circle. And then when I'm done with it, I'm going to use it for the sides of one of my little bags. Okay, so this is clipped all the way around. And now what I'm going to do is put some glue on there, onto the paper. And I'm just going to turn the edges all out, just like we did last week with the heart. And I'm just using the Elmer's school glue that's washable again, just like we did last week. And I just hold it down for a second so it sticks. Keeping a little more of an eye on the video this week than I did last week. We had somebody else showing on the video last week, so it was hard to see what I was doing. Okay, so I've got the circle all glued down onto the freezer paper. You see, it's a circle. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on here and kind of center that house because I liked that way that looked with the little squirrel. It's so cute. So I'm going to do it this way. But first thing I'm going to do is press my circle really good. I want to get a good crease on where that circle is, because once we take the freezer paper off, the crease is the only thing we're going to be able to see, and that's where that's what our mark for sewing is going to be. So I'm pressing it really good to get a nice crease on that circle. Okay, so that's how I want it to look. I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to put some more glue on. I'm going to get glue all over. I'm going to work kind of quickly because I don't want the glue to dry before I get the little house fabric on there. So I've gone pretty quick around there and gotten it pretty glued up. And then I'm going to center the house. Glue on my cutting table, but it's okay, it'll wash off. And then I'm just going to press it down really good with my hand. There's a lot of glue on there, so I'm going to let it dry for a minute. And then I'm going to press it again. Now I'm pressing it to get the glue to set pretty well on there. Isn't this the cutest fabric? I just love it. I think it's so cute. It's one of my favorite collections. It's from a couple of years ago. Stacy Shoe. So now we've got the glue pressed down onto the white fabric. This is a little bit close here, but I'm okay with that. It's about 1/4 of an inch, so it's plenty. And now what I'm going to do is just carefully pull away the seam allowance. You can see what I'm doing. I'm just pulling away those little clipped pieces of the seam allowance from the freezer paper. We want to make sure to be careful when we do this so that it stays stuck to the white fabric, but not to the paper. If we have to, we can touch it up with a little bit of glue afterwards, but it seems to be sticking pretty good, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. And I'm just going really careful all the way around and pulling that seam allowance off of the paper, pulling it back to where the crease is from when we pressed it. Okay, so I've gone all the way around. Looks like I didn't quite get as far back as I should have there. I'm just making sure it's all the way back to the edge of where the paper is. And then when I peel the paper off, because I'm going to take the paper off now, I want to pull it carefully away so that it doesn't pull the two fabrics apart. So I'm just being really careful when I pull the paper off, not to separate my two pieces of fabric that I have glued together. And it comes off pretty easy once you make sure that you've got it pulled all the way back to the edge of where the paper is. It comes off pretty easy. Okay, so the paper's all off. Our two pieces are still stuck together really well. And what you're going to do, I'm going to show you before we go over to the sewing machine, is all we're going to do is pull back this top piece of fabric, and what we're going to do is sew right in the ditch of that crease where we pressed it all the way around. And that's going to help us to piece our circle right together with this, and it's going to look like you applicate it by hand, but it is all going to be done by machine. Okay, let me switch my camera. The magic of television. Okay, so let me check to see if, looks like there's only 2 people on the Zoom call. Let me see if anybody has any questions over on Facebook. Hi, Gail. Oh, I'm glad you're anxious to see this. Okay, so does it look like anybody has any questions? If you have a question on the Zoom call, you can put it in chat. I've got the chat up right now. So if you go down to the bottom of your screen, you'll see a little chat bubble. You can just click on that and make sure when you are typing that the little arrow at the bottom says that you're typing to everyone so everybody can see your question. Okay. So let me get myself situated here. Got boxes underneath my table. Okay, so all I'm going to do is pull back the top piece of fabric, which is the red one in my case, and I'm going to sew right there in that crease, right where I've pressed it. Do a couple little back stitches, even though we don't really need to because you're going to go over those stitches and get around to that side anyway, but it's fine. Okay. Now I'm just going right where that crease is. I'm going slowly, and I'm going to keep my needle down. So because I'm going to be turning, going a lot, going around a circle. And I'm going right where the crease is. And just doing about 2 or 3 stitches at a time. I'm going really slow. Sometimes you can do a few more. Move. And if you get to the point where, I'll just use my dog, and there's something there, I think it's 5 PSI. Guys. I don't think a zipper foot would help very much. I like my open toe strip for this because I can see pretty well with it. And I find a zipper foot harder to maneuver with. I don't know how you feel about that, but if you think a zipper foot would help, sure, give it a try. Sorry about all the barking. Of course, the UPS man had to show up right when I was trying to do this video, right? Almost done. You see the end. Okay, so there we are, all done. And it's all pieced, sewn down, just like you'd applicate it. So Elaine, the glue is Elmer's school glue. So it's washable and it's purple when you put it on, but it dries clear. So you can see it was purple, and it was purple all over here, and you can see there's no, you can't see it at all, it's clear. And it washes out. So once you have finished doing this, you just, you know, make your whole quilt and you can wash it right out. Now, the only thing I would do after doing this is go back and cut my seam allowance down. cut off all those edges. Here. So let me switch my camera back. So this is the glue, washable school glue. And so all I would do now is just go in and trim my 1/4 inch all the way around. Just like that. So it's all trimmed away and it's all done. I'm just going to press it real quick. There you go. All done. Now this would not work with the heart, and that's the reason I showed you the heart the other way. The reason it won't work with the heart is that at that point on the top, where the two curvy parts come together, you can't get into that point with the sewing machine because of the way the fabric goes. So you can't do that little point. You could do the whole thing and then leave that little point and do that just by hand, that little point by hand applique if you wanted to. But that point would be impossible to do on a heart. But on a circle, it works great. And anything with outside corners. So you could do this with a square if you wanted to as well. Just anything that has an inside curve won't work because of that. Not being able to get close. So I am going to do this and I'm going to turn on you guys' videos and hi there, Elaine.
Hi.
Hi. I'm going to unmute Anne here for a second unless she doesn't want to be unmuted. And I am going to see if I can point this at my face.
My camera on. Oh.
There we go. Hi. I
Hi.
put my hair up today because I was warm.
Where'd my camera go? Did you not put me back up?
Here, let me see if I can. Oops, I muted you. Didn't mean to do that.
Okay.
There, I did ask to start video. Did a little thing pop up for you?
There we go. Hi, Elaine. It's good to see
Hi,
you.
how are you? Great to see you.
Elaine, are you a nurse by any chance?
I am.
Did you used to work with accrediting bodies like AACN?
Yes.
You came to
You guys know each other.
Edwardsville when I was there.
What was your school?
Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville.
Yes.
8.
I did.
Familiar.
You have looked familiar to me. That is unbelievable. Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she gave us an excellent report. I mean,
It
it's
was a great
we had
school.
But you looked awfully familiar. So
What a wonderful memory.
we quilters all get together.
Yeah, that's actually, you had someone else at your school who quilted, I think. Who was it?
I was a quilter. I can't remember who else.
I don't remember either. Oh, that's interesting. Well, good to see you again.
But in retirement,
Glad we're still going quilting.
Yes, that's my only job now is to quilt. I still write.
Me
I'm
too.
getting rid of that.
Hi, Dawn.
Hello.
Hi, Don. How are you?
I'm late. I'm good.
I'm so glad you came
Thank you.
on. So we just finished with the
I
tutorial.
Didn't know if I was gonna make it. I had a meeting.
Oh, yeah. So there's some
Yeah.
people on Facebook too. So hi, Gail. Hi, Kim. Hi, Anna. Hi, Sue. Hi. Yep, that's everybody. So let's see. So is the needle going into the background fabric? Kim, yeah, okay, so the background is actually, if you're talking about the red part, so the way that it goes is I'm holding the red fabric away from it, and I'm sewing down into what the applique would be. So I'm sewing into the white fabric. The way it works, you hold, this is hard to do when I'm looking at the camera. Okay, so you would have the top part, which is the background fabric, right? Pulled in toward the center, and then you'd be sewing onto the red fabric down into the white fabric. The white fabric would be flat, and the red fabric is clipped in so that it goes around the curve. So you'd be sewing into the red, but down through the white. I hope that makes sense. And I'll have the video, I'll send the video in the email tomorrow so you guys can have that too. And it'll be up on the YouTube channel. So you're pulling the red fabric back and sewing down into, and then as you go around, you're pulling the red fabric back all the way around the circle as you're sewing. So I hope that makes sense, Kim.
Julie, this is Ann. I need to sign off and get ready for
Okay,
my
hon.
trip. Good to see everybody. Bye-bye.
Great to see you.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, hon. That's funny that you guys know each other, Elaine.
I know that is. She looked familiar, but that's our previous life.
It's a small world, huh?
Yes. You have to behave yourself because you never know when you're going to.
Never know when you're going to see somebody that you knew from a long time ago. Well, anyway, I don't want to keep y'all because it's just about dinner time in most places around here. So
This was great. Thank you.
I'm glad you liked it. And we will do some more of this stuff. Next week, we're going to do something else. Is it related this time? I don't remember. I have a list. I made a list the other day. So, but we'll do something fun next week too. And I will be sending out an update email, and I just started designing a new quilt, which I'm excited about. So show you guys some progress pictures. We'll do another quilt along in September. Yeah. So anyway, and I'm putting boxes together. I can't show you what's inside, but just proof we've got boxes.
Yay, exciting.
We look forward to them. Thank you.
Yeah. So those will be shipping either Friday or Monday. Should be Monday, but if I can get them together by Friday, maybe some of them will go out on Friday. So, but our patterns won't be here till Thursday afternoon. So we'll see how that. Anyway. It was
Thank
great
you.
to see you guys.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for coming. I love to see your face. Thanks, Dawn, for coming. It's the first time we've seen your face, but it was lovely to see you.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for coming. And we'll do, we're going to do a chat in like 2 weeks, I think, or maybe, we decided we're going to do 2 a month now. So we'll do a chat on Thursday, either this Thursday or next Thursday. I'll have to figure out on the calendar when that was going to be. And then we
Okay,
can all
sounds good.
we see each other's quotes and things that we're doing. Okay. Anyway,
Thanks.
it's good to see you guys. I'm gonna run, and I hope you have a great rest of the week if I don't see you.
Okay, we will.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.